Hey guys, welcome back to the Parkitect Diorama Build Challenge. This is going to be the showcase for July into August, and this is the Vekoma family coaster made by Barnett with the train pack made by BioBazard's train pack. And yeah, this was a interesting layout to decorate. There was some pretty cool ways some of the builders were able to utilize the coaster's layout, especially the helix parts, and having the option of having different themed trains was optional, because the BioBazard's train pack had some pretty cool trains you can pick from. And the one that I would totally pick if I did this challenge was going to be the Jeep one that copies what was the coaster called in Dollywood? Grizzly Mountain. Yeah, I think that's like a really nice train. But the train that you see in front of you, I think this is the one that copies the family coaster that's from I think I want to say Fantasialand next to Terran. Don't quote me on that because I don't know, but I think it's that train, because that is what it is. But yeah, we had some pretty cool layouts this round. We have 8 users in total, so let's get into the first one. And this is Alice 03 from Midnight Shhabui. I think it's Shhabui. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. Okay. So this is a Tokyo-inspired map, and you can totally tell it's Tokyo. This is really wonderful. So we got a whole bunch of advertisements all over the place. We got gigantic skyscrapers. What I have a problem with this map, this is the one thing I have a problem with. So I feel like it's hiding the coaster, and the coaster's really hard to see the coaster inside the city. So it was kind of an interesting choice It is a choice. I feel like for a diorama, I want to try to make the coaster the centerpiece. But it is what it is. I think it's a great looking map. Everything else about it screams basically Tokyo. Yeah, I would say Tokyo. So we got a whole bunch of advertisements. We got some Japanese letterings in places. Interesting choice to have the Ferris wheel kind of pop up through the window like that. Nighttime looks pretty nice. I think that it deserves more lighting in my opinion, because Tokyo at night is crazy bright and there's so much going on there. But overall, this is a wonderful map, so thank you for turning it in. And I hope to see you build some more in the future, because that would be wonderful as well. Yeah, we're just going to take a quick look at the rest of the park. Yeah, looks like Tokyo. Giant giant city. Yeah, big metro, all that good stuff. Yeah. So on to our second entry. This is 99 Ghosts with Concrete Jungle and Fantasy Falls. This was an interesting take, because splitting the map almost in half, which is actually not in half. This is like 60-40. This is an interesting choice. Doing a concrete city on one side and then a fantasy on the other. Interesting. I like it. I like the idea of clashing two themes together. Now, I don't know if the themes have any correlation with each other. I don't think they do. I don't think they have I would say they're not they have no correlation, but they could. I didn't pick that up on the description when I was reading it on the page. So we have over here is the concrete jungle part. So there's just skyscrapers on top of skyscrapers. Interesting choice of colors too. The bright colors really threw me off for a second, but this is a 99 Ghosts build, and I'm not surprised by the color choices. These are pretty bold and pretty awesome, actually. So you just have this stack of buildings on top of this with the monorail. I was very impressed with the monorail you added. That was interesting. The coaster, I don't know if there's anything I would say about the coaster besides more supports, maybe in the fantasy area. I see that you custom supported with wooden pillars from the pirate pack. That's cool. This oversized tree, which is actually really neat, because with the scaling options with Construction Anarchy, we can scale things up to 10, which is gigantic. And so you took a tree, I think from the Western pack, and then you just stuck bushes on it for the leaves, which was a brilliant piece choice. But yeah, so at nighttime, I think the city looks great. The concrete jungle part looks spectacular. But I feel like the Fantasy Falls kind of lacked on the lights. So I would have loved to see a purple or bluish light against the mountain. Maybe an orange? I'm not sure yet. I would have to experiment. But the building that's in the center is bright. That's nice. But I just think a nice light package across the back end would be just make it extra, which would have been a good thing. So thank you for turning that in, 99 Ghosts. Always glad to see you turn in something. So on to our next user. This is Squirrel Sport, The Great Movie Ride, Part 2. So this one's interesting. Okay, so I'm confused by the Part 2 naming scheme. I think what they're trying to suggest that this is a successor or sequel to the Great Movie Ride from Disney Studios. So the movies I see Jurassic Park, Aladdin, Bates Motel, and Jaws. Interesting choice of movies. It does make sense to have Jurassic and Bates and Jaws together because those are Universal IPs, but having Aladdin doesn't make sense to me. Interesting choice. Now, the execution on the builds are pretty spot on. I mean, you did the Jurassic Park entrance, which is nice. You did this plaza area. This is the Great Movie Ride coaster. Oh, Great Movie Coaster. Okay, I see what's okay. That looks okay. I just think that having a big open area is a little bit boring to look at. So I think it would have been nice if you added a fountain or maybe planters, trees, who knows. Maybe a statue from Universal Studios. That would have been good. That would have been really good. I like the touch with the the Walk of Fame with the stars on the floor. That's a nice touch. The warehouse building is a nice touch for the Jeep ride, which is supposed to be the tour. Yeah, it's supposed to be the studio tour. Nice. Yeah, it's interesting that the coaster is themed. So interesting. Again, the coaster is themed to Jurassic Park, but majority of it goes through the other movies. So I was just kind of confused by your choices, but overall, I'm okay with some of the execution. Some lighting could have been better, but that's okay. This is your first entry, and I encourage you to build in the next challenge, because every time you build, you do get better. I honestly believe you do, because there's only one way to go is up, especially in designing. And if you get more ideas from other builders and tips and tricks, it's always a good thing to do. The things I liked so far was the Jaws boat was pretty spot on. I like that boat. I like seeing boats and vehicles built out of shapes and pieces. That's always fun to see. The Bates Motel building itself is pretty accurate to the movie. So quickly, onward to the next entry. This is Rondyland with Sweet Home Chicago Resort and Casino. So this is an interesting map. I didn't expect this map to go this direction. So this is supposed to be like Las Vegas, but this is a Chicago themed hotel. So it's like New York, New York, or like, yeah, it's like New York, New York. I can't remember the other ones, but this is a Chicago based one. What an interesting take. I love it. I see the Strip. I see a whole bunch of skyscrapers and buildings representing the Chicago skyline. I don't know much about Chicago, so I can't necessarily spot the things, but I can spot the Sears Tower, which is that Sears Tower? Oh no. I might be naming that wrong. But it's the big giant black one. I can see that with the two antennas. So that tower I recognize, but everything else I don't recognize, but I believe you that this is all Chicago themed based things. So this is like wild. I love the idea and the take on this. It was an interesting choice. I wonder how you got to that conclusion though. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just make Chicago for my build. This really cool thing I like in the back is the white squiggly lines that are just lighting. It looks like Snake, like the little game Snake. That's a cool technique. That probably took you hours to animate. I love seeing animations done with lights. My favorite thing to do, my favorite thing to see. I love it. Spot on. Again, the map at night is spectacular. If you have a very low computer or low spec computer, this map is going to chug, so do beware. Yeah, see the basketball animation? That's really cool. I like that as well. The casino part, great details, full things. I just think there's some areas that are like missing some stuff, like those big open areas I would have filled in with more details or maybe storytelling elements, but that's it. That's all I would say. So yeah, this was a fun map. I appreciate it, and thank you for turning it in. This was wonderful. So we're going to do a couple more sweeping shots. You can just tell there's a lot of work went into it, and I encourage you all to go look at these maps and admire the details, get some inspiration, get some ideas, and give these builders an upvote on the workshop, stuff like that. These are really nice because these people put in a lot of hours into these maps. Just a reminder, like, this is nice. So on to our, I think this is our 5th entry. This is Baseball Doggo with Misty Mountaintop. And now this one's just this is actually fun. I love seeing vanilla maps with the construction anarchy and rotation anarchy option. So this person went with a mountain theme, and you can never go wrong with a mountain. I love seeing mountain structures, and I can tell that they use the transform anarchy to kind of make the rocks at different angles and shapes, especially since we got new rocks in the last update, or 1.10 update. There was some pretty cool choices of use of those rocks. Now, the only thing that really detaches me on this map is this town is set squared in a grid space, but the rest of everything else is organically placed. I would have think that it would have been best if you took one of your buildings and rotated it off like 45 degrees, or yeah, make the city kind of unorganized to match the mountain's chaos. That's just my gripe. That's my only small gripe. But everything else about like the build I really enjoy. Like all the little details with the scaffolding, the piles of dynamite and boxes, the custom supporting with the mine train support tracks. That's really nice. The waterfall effects are really cool. How you were able to manipulate those into curves. I really like that too. And the coaster like really is part of the environment. It feels like the coaster was built for this environment. I do really like this build. And the color choices for like the 3 different colors of gray was a good choice. I didn't think about doing it like that. I usually do 2 tones, but 3 and maybe 4 tones is actually a cool way to go. But yeah, this is overall a wonderful map. The only thing was I would have loved to see if the town was more chaos like the mountain, but that's just me. And you used my favorite train, which is the Jeeps. I love that custom train car, so I say this is spot on. So we're going to wrap it up here. And no, not necessarily wrap it up, but we're going to continue on because there's still more. We have 3 more entries, but so far the 5 entries so far have been pretty good. I like it so far. So let's go on to our next 3rd place winner. Okay, here is 3rd place winner for the Diorama Build Challenge, and this is from a new user, NGS Pirates 22, and this is Rohan Oil Refinery. And man, I'm getting some Big Thunder Mountain and Silver Eagle Mining Company vibes. That's my first map that we did for the Diorama Challengers back in 2020 when the whole thing started with Coaster B. And I'm getting that vibe right now, especially with this building here in the center where the coaster station is. This is like reminds me a lot of it. I think this user pulled some inspiration from that map because I can see some details and techniques that I would have used for it. And it looks spot on. I like this idea of having the town kind of like jammed in here. This is nice. And the orange rock work is very spot on. So it seems like they got a lot of inspiration from my Thunder Mesa layout and Thunder Mountain in general. And this building here, I think, really screams that this is Silver Eagle Mining Company. I think this is where it's from. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty positive it's from that. But this looks pretty solid. We got some oil derricks here. Looks like they blueprinted them and then just repeated them down the road. There's some pretty good little details. The coaster winding in between the canyons, pretty solid.
And the rock work is there. Oh, and then upside down. Yeah, see, there's pieces of him flipped upside down. So mostly, I think this is using mods. So I see Yeehaw mod. I see Construction Anarchy, Transform Anarchy. Well, the train also. The train is the mod too. The coaster, the train. It looks good. And let's see what it looks like at night, because I'm curious what lighting we got. Ooh, not as much as I thought there would be. It's a shame that there's no lights on top of the mountain or like showing up against it. If you're trying to go for realism, I get it, but in a theme park, I would suggest you put lights up on it so you can see it at night, see its glory with its ridges and stuff, but that's just me. But overall, the map is pretty solid. I like the composition of the rocks and the trees. There is a different tone. I just need to look. There's different tones of orange, so that's good. Not just one color, because one color kind of just makes it go, whoa, too much. You kind of go like, whoa, a lot. But there's a lot of little details here. Let's go take a ride on the coaster. Let's do it from over here. Yeah, I'm just gonna like absorb it in, see what little details. So we got ironwork here, the new pillars we got from the 1.10 update, which has been solid. Using canvases as like mending the roof and thatched roofing, so it's kind of like all just broken. I see we got some verandas here for the crane. Yeah, here comes the train going up the chain. It looks like they used the catwalk mod. And then, yeah, these are the Western lamps from Yeehaw. Sometimes you don't have to build everything by hand, but I like doing that because I'm just crazy that way. But it's okay to take a mod, put lamps in, finishes the job. Because when you build everything individually, it takes a long time. And it's not necessarily a bash. It's more like just, it's making your work efficient. And if you don't have the skill for something, there's usually a mod for that solution. But for me, I like to learn new techniques and building stuff when I do everything by hand. That's why I've been kind of building everything in vanilla. I'm kind of crazy that way. But overall, the layout of the coaster really made this user really made the mountain kind of form around this coaster's layout, which is nice. The helixes really complement the mountains and the ravines. It overall looks really nice. Let's see what it looks like from above. Oh, this looks nice. This looks cool. I like that the track's black, like dark black, like oil. Now, I do have a gripe though. I don't understand the train station being here when there's no railroad, unless the coaster's the train. So I'm kind of confused. I would have liked it if they put rails right here or right here. I don't know. I just feel like it's a little out of place, but it's not necessarily for me, it's out of place because there's no train track. Unless you're suggesting that let's see if there's no description there. Unless you're saying that the coaster is the train, then that's what it is. I do like that they put these paths here to suggest that the park continues onward. That's always a cool little technique. I like that. So, congratulations for third place. What was your username again? Let me go look. NGS Pirates. It's good. I like it. Welcome to the Diorama Challenge. I want to see more from you. This looks good. So let's go on to the second place. Okay, here we are at second place, and this is from the user Mayjay, and this is the Grand Dunes Park. Man, we went with not Egyptian. This is Arabian. Yeah, Arabian Aladdin type of theme. Reminds me of Disney Sea and the Arabian area. Yeah, this is what it reminds me of, and this is pretty spot on. This is pretty cool. Wow, there's a lot going on here. So there's so much to look at. I love it. And they were able to build like a full-on park in this area. Yeah. So actually, there probably is a description on the depot's website. Let me go look real quick. I should have pulled that up on my other screen. Where is it? Voting. There it is. Voting, and let's go find out if they have a description that reads... Oh, here we go. In a distant land, you may find a beautiful bustling city perched upon a natural spring, nestled safely in an ancient rock canyon, all in the center of a magnificent desert. Welcome to Grand Dunes Park. Okay. Some say the city of Granduna, might be protected by some mystical force. For if you dare to venture beyond the walls of the city, you might find some ancient horrors lurking beneath the sands. You can choose to brave the desert on foot, or maybe the strange carpet stall at the back of the bazaar on the edge of town has another method of travel. Okay, that's really good. I like the storytelling. This is my favorite thing about the diorama challenges, you guys, is the storytelling that you guys make up. And it tells me there's still imagination in this world, and this is perfect. It's perfect how this is like put together. So as it continues to rain, we're going to try to enjoy the park, but there's a lot going on in here. So this is a new user, I think. Mayjay seems to be a new user, but for a new user, this is pretty spot on. So they've learned probably a lot from the community this far, which is great. So we have here the Rockworks from, I think that's from, yeah, this is all from the Fancy Tech stuff. Yeah, and then the new domes and stuff. We got some signs here, that's good. Oh, not reinforcements, oh my gosh, refreshments, I should say that. So they're using, well, that's actually, this is bending, this is actually curved, so that means it's using transform anarchy. And a little bit of, well, regular set pieces, so it's over here. What's this, right? It's just the Ferris wheel with gears in it. I do love the layering here, this is amazing. And going down and under. Oh, bathroom first aid. I like the signage. So this place really feels like a theme park. Bazaar. I can't read that. Flyer. Oh, it's spelled backwards. Why is it spelled backwards? That's flyer, right? Yeah, Flyer. Okay, flyer. So this is the, okay, Bazaar Flyers carpet ride. Oh, it's a carpet ride. Cute. Alrighty then. I like that it, wow, it really just really hugs the buildings here. This is amazing. Yeah, there we go. And the mountain and the sand here. Ooh, there's a cafe here. Also spelled backwards. Is that a thing? That's interesting. I'm confused on the style of making the words flipped. Because I know that there's no such thing as a mirrored mod in Parkitect. I know that, but no, this is the right way. This is the same direction that it was built for. Yeah, it's the same direction. It's throwing me off. Oof. So we have a swinging ship over here, and this is called, yeah, the letters are backwards again. Soon, what? Soon something? Spooky Ghost Ship. Oh, Spooky Ghost Ship. Okay. This is a, what is this? This is the Secret Gem Mine. Okay, cool. Oh, the sand bit. Oh, the sand with the water, using waterfalls as falling sand. And there's just the gigantic sandworms. Okay, that's neat. Oh, this is very smart. So this is there seems to be a black, I can't grab, oh, there it is. The vertical, there's a black piece here that's blocking the tunnel. It helps with like clipping and stuff. It makes it kind of blend in better. Yeah, there you go. There's black right there too. That's very smart. It's always a good thing to use black shapes to kind of hide tunnels. Because you might be dealing with some like breaks in the, you have some clipping of the pieces or something and you just want to hide that. I do that all the time. This one's actually, you can see right through that tunnel. I do like the detailing around the map. This scaffolding stuff and then the border of the fence kind of reminds me of a diorama model that you would have on your coffee table. That's always my reference to go, is like, this could be a diorama if this was 3D printed, right? I think this is really nice. I do love this city. This little town here really is spaced perfectly. I have no necessarily gripes on this map, besides maybe... Actually, I don't have any gripes. The execution's pretty solid. And it deserves second place, and it really does deserve it. So let's look at what nighttime looks like. Nighttime looks pretty nice too. I like it. I like that there's a darker red orange down here. This is more fire based. And this is more lightly lit for the town because they use a different fuel for their fires. So down here is like, these torches are either using a crude oil or maybe like wood. And these ones are a little bit more refined, maybe from lamps actually. Like, yeah. This is pretty solid. Oh, this little compass on the floor, this little design is wow. Wow, you use door frames? That's neat. That is really neat. And these rings here? Oh, wow, that's cool. That's really nice. So thanks again for turning that in, Mayjay. This is a really nice map. So another new user, and I encourage you to join the next challenge because this is really nice. This is a really nice map. So yeah, there you go. That is the Grand Dunes Park. So let's go on to our final entry of this round. It's going to be our first place winner. Let's go over there. Okay, here is first place winner from Redfield, and this is called Seasons of Parkitect, or just Seasons Parkitect. And their description reads, inspired by the Course of Empire, a series of painting by Thomas Cole, a ride a coaster through the rise and fall of an ancient civilization from the dawn of mankind to the shining empire, soon shattered by civil war and finally buried and lost to time. Now this is something that Redfield's really good at, is the interpretation arts of this game. Like this, okay, I don't know how to explain it. It is very fanciful and very like out there. This is like an art project in itself. This is not even a park. This is just an art. Here it is. We're just using Parkitect as our medium and we're painting. And they just went all out. So there are some things that I have to first tell you, that there's mods not working. I think it's the invisible mod that's not working, or the paint mod. So I know that these paths are supposed to be invisible, but for some reason it is not working, and I don't want to mess with it so I can break it more, so I'm just going to ignore it. But you can look on their screenshots on the Parkitect Depot's website. You can go look later, but these are supposed to be invisible, and you're supposed to see that they're like clouds, snow, and like plants kind of walk on, but everything else about the map is still pretty solid because everything else is floating and kind of just there. So let me see here. We have 4 seasons. So we have this main sign that says Seasons of Parkitect. That's cool. And then the effects are really nice. There's their name, Redfield. So, well, we have to go with this in order, right? Which way do we start first? Do we start with spring? I think we start with spring. Yeah. So Astra. Okay, I'm gonna butcher these words. Non-obligent, the stars incline us, they do not bind us. Oh, okay, so this is spring. So we have teepees and a campfire, so this is the basic... Oh, this is where the station is. Huh, how funny. That's... Wow, that's wild how you were able to fit this in. Oh, the placement's like perfect. And then the custom supports is what really gets me. I love that. So after spring is summer. So summer in Vino. Oh, this is in Vino. I'm not gonna. I can't. I'm so bad with English. And this is not even English. This is probably like Roman, right? In wine there is truth. Okay, so they turn Roman. So they made a giant empire. This is their god. This giant raptor. Got it. So we have a temple piece. We got, oh, a chariot and a little man. Oh, we're building men out of shapes. I love it. That's my favorite thing to do. Okay, you went cookie. Okay, you didn't have to go do the cookies overboard, sir. You really didn't need to do that.
Wait a minute. Wow, there's so many cookies. So many cookies. Oh my goodness, look at all of them. And you're even using the texture to help with the Okay. Bravo. Bravo for using the cookies at their fullest. I love it. Oh, ballast. Basalt pillars. Yes, basalt pillars. That's really nice. Oh, see, this is cool. This is my favorite thing. Imitating water and doing a cartoony effect on them like this. The ripples with shapes. Ah, chef's kiss. This is perfect. I love this. Stonework that's kind of collapsed in there. That's fine. Like they're working on it. Oh, there's some clipping here with this support. But that's fine. It doesn't matter. I love seeing custom supportings on every single season. I like that a lot. But I really like this boat. So you just took a canoe, added a sail. What's that sail from? I can't tell. Oh, it's just the sail piece. Got it. Okay, you just took that from somebody. From some mod. Don't know which one. This is nice. So after summer, you go to fall, right? So fall, we go over here. I'm not going to pronounce that. I came, I saw, I conquered. Oh, so this is the fall of the civilization. And so there's a little fort here on fire. More Roman soldiers fighting other Roman soldiers. So this is Civil War. I like the contrast between the seasons. Dead bodies, a catapult. Wow, the leaves. Oh, the leaves are falling. I didn't know that's an effect you can have. That's cool. This is great, guys. This is wonderful. The dead guy. Oh, this guy's got an axe in his head. Oh, this guy's got an arrow in his head. Oof. Oh, the rope. Okay, the rope thing's cool. So wait, what's this piece? This is a rope Oh, is it from the pirate mod? And then you just had piles of rope. Got it. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, this guy's hanging. Oh, oof. Poor dude. So after fall, we go into winter. My name is... Oh... Okay, I'm not going to remember. King of Kings, look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Wow. So you really just made it snow-covered and just had leftover pieces. Wait a minute, how... Is that a... Oh, Snowy Dead Tree is a prop. Okay, I thought that was actually handmade. Now, I did notice this. There's two statues here. There's one that's white, one that's black. Genius. So you're doing the overlay trick that I do with rocks. And you're just making the snow pile on top of it. Very, very, very smart. And you made your own... It looks like... Oh, you just took legs from something else. And you're suggesting it broke off. Even though this is one piece. I know it is. But I like that it just breaks off. So is the... Oh, the entrance of the parks are here. Oh man, this looks really solid. Let's go see what this looks like at night. See if there's anything that would... Wow, you really did a lighting package too. This is nice. So, okay, so the lighting package in spring is pink and blues and whites and yellows. Okay. Summer is basically the fire and white colors with blue for the water. Pretty solid. Fall is orangey. Yeah, orange and reds and yellows. And then winter is your blues, whites, and purples. I'm assuming there is some tint of purple in here, but it's not really definite. But it's like it's there. I really love this map. This is amazing. It's such a really cool concept and art piece. Now, if only a real theme park would able to do this, but like on a realistic scale, because we can't have floating islands. That's like nonsense, right? But like, if we actually had a park that had four lands that were themed to seasons, I think that would be really neat. And you can base a lot of things off of those seasons and make those like your main attractions, right? Again, I could blue sky this the whole time. Like this is really nice. So I don't know what else to say. I'm going to wrap it up here. This is wonderful, Redfield. This is I would say one of your best maps. Yeah, I would say that. This is really cool. And having the tie between all
well, only 3 of them have the same tie as the statue, which is a good correlation. So there is storytelling bits. That's what's really important for me. It is. I love the storytelling part, but everything here really is solid. So okay, I'm gonna wrap up. So thank you guys for turning in all your dioramas for this round. The new one's already up right now. You saw it earlier in the video that I made. I showed you the blank park that we're working on. It's a new version. It's a blank park, and you have to build a fairground around it, and there's some rules attached to that. So if you need to look at it again, go look at the beginning of this video because I shared it there, just to make things a little bit more streamlined. I'm trying to quickly. Well, again, this video came out extremely late, and I apologize for that. I've been busy with life stuff, the Tiny Disneyland project. I should get back on working on the campaign series because that needs to happen because Halloween is approaching and we're all excited for Halloween at this point. So thank you again for all the users putting in maps. It's such a good round this round. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next Parkitect video. I'll see you then. Bye.